Okay, so if you was a kid growing up in the early 2000s, your two favourite versions of a TMNT was either the 2003 show that was going on at the time, or it was the 2007 movie. But if you was a kid growing up in the UK watching the 2003 show and 2007 movie, this was possibly the best time to be alive. Just because in the UK they made a magazine that contained a comic book for both the 2007 movie as well as the Fast Forward TV show at the time, and it was amazing. So today we're going to be talking about it, and yeah, I can't believe I'm finally talking about it. It's just amazing, and this is my childhood right here, so look forward to it. Okay, so this one is pretty interesting, and we're going to be talking about the Fast Forward stuff first of all, just because again it's amazing. Fast Forward is possibly one of my favourite versions of Turtles, one of my favourite seasons of the 2003 show, and this was just amazing, just perfect time to be out for me growing up, and oh boy. Now, with the artwork for this series, it ranged from very good to very questionable, shall we say. Just because in the first issue, they did have an art style that worked really well for this comic book series, and it really did resemble the actual cartoon itself, and you could tell that it was enough like the cartoon, but at the same time you could tell that it wasn't like the art style, if that makes sense. It does look really great. But on the other hand, there were a few art styles in this comic book series that are just, oh god, how do I even explain this? Some of them don't even have necks, and this is what I grew up on as a kid, and I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but it was there, and oh Christ. Now, the characters themselves in this series is also a pretty interesting thing, just because you do have the standard characters which you would expect in this series, such as the Turtles, Splinter, Cody, Serling. But then when you do look at the other characters from Fast Forward, there's not really that many in this series whatsoever. You got Darius Dunn, who appears in it twice. You got, Agent Bishop appears once, Jammerhead appears once, Triple Threat, oh god, he appears once. And that's pretty much it. For the most part, you do have a majority of new characters, which I do think is really great. And there is a issue in here that more or less brings all these characters back together to do a team up issue. And I do think that'll work to its potential with showing off how creative they can get in the Fast Forward universe, and also not relying too much on the show, which I do think was really clever and really great. But in saying that, some of the villains which I did fight was also pretty interesting. It ranged from a shapeshifting alien, to a tentacle squid monster in the sewers, a zombie plant, a robot uprising, Darius Dunn. It was interesting to say the very least, but really great for showing off potential for this universe. But yeah, I must admit, overall, with what I did in this Fast Forward comic, I thought it was really great and really good, and looking back on it now, I don't really know how well some of this stuff really holds up today, because, my taste has really changed for comics, but, from looking back from this one, from childhood stuff, it was pretty interesting, really great, and it was just so amazing to look back on some of this stuff, and some of the issues do hold up, but not really many. But yeah, I don't really know what to really say about it. It's just more Fast Forward content, and I can't complain about it. It's just too good to be true. So then going into the next bit, which basically, you just got all the puzzles bits and little information bits in between the stories, typical magazine type of stuff, which I can't really say too much about, just because it's just puzzles and stuff like that, and there's some interesting things in here. So one of them which does make me feel really old is the fact that they do say on here basically, oh, you can catch this episode on this day and stuff like that on this channel. I'm like, oh god, I remember that so much, and it's amazing how much time has changed. But yeah, that's quite amazing. And there was also another really interesting bit, which I don't know if I have an image of, but they do have an image showing of Back to the Sewer stuff and saying, oh wow, we got early first look at stuff like this. I mean, this was before the internet really blew up and stuff like that, and this is how I found out about Back to the Sewers and stuff like that. It's truly amazing just how much time has changed over 10 years, something like that, and I don't really know what to really say about it. It's just Now also with the games, they did also do some pretty interesting things in these magazines during the in-between bits. They did do a few crossovers with images, and they're very interesting. So one of them we do have is the Turtles dressed up as the Simpsons character. And do I really need to say anything else other than this is just a true work of art, and it's very unique and very interesting, and just look at it, just be in awe about it. It's just amazing, great. I don't know what to say or how to feel about it. It's there. I don't know if I needed it, but I got it, and yeah. But then there's one image that really changed this whole comic book series, and one image that will change your life. And it has to do with the 2007 movie, a crossover that we did not know they wanted, but it's the one that we got, and we need to praise the Lord that we have it. So with this crossover is an image of Raphael, Master Splinter, and Michelangelo dressed up as Shrek characters. Yes, you heard it correctly, Shrek characters. We got Raphael as Shrek, we got Master Splinter as Puss in Boots, and we have Mikey as Donkey, and oh my god, with just the way that, you know, like how Shrek has really evolved into like the big meme over the years, and looking back on this and just like, I'm speechless about it, and you know, you're welcome. I mean, I don't think many people knew about this, but now I do, and it's here, and oh my god, what do I say about this? It's a Turtles dressed up as Shrek, and I can't believe I'm talking about this. This is amazing. Oh my god, wow. But yeah, so then going into the next bit, and the final bit, we do have the 2007 comics, which are interesting for a few reasons. So with the 2007 comics, they came out a year before this magazine came out, and this was supposed to be a prequel for the movie, and I do think that these comics were really great. I have done a review on all of them, so you can go back and look at them on my channel and stuff like that, but with these issues, they did do a unique thing with them, just because in these ones, they actually coloured them, which, you know, I know like in today's society and stuff like that, that's basically the typical type of thing which you would see in all comics, like, you know, like they're all coloured and stuff like that, but back then with like the Mirage stuff, they were all black and white. So to see this like this is pretty great and just so amazing, and with all the different art styles in this series, it's just so amazing to see them all in different colours. It was just so great. But with that being said, because this was a kids magazine, they had to censor a lot of stuff, and that included some of the blood, and with some bits they can get around it, and I thought it worked, but other bits it didn't really work too well. But to make things even better, I feel like, is the fact that, you know, like some issues they weren't allowed to kill people and stuff like that, in terms of like not showing the blood or anything, but yet they still included the scene where Leonardo had to basically help these children who were being sold off as slaves. I don't know how to really feel about that they censored blood, but they kept in a bit about child slavery, which is interesting, I want to say. And with this bit here, I don't have really too much to really say about it, just because I've already said what I wanted to say on each issue before, and there's already too much I can really say about it. The only thing which I will say that's really pissed me off over the years is the fact that they don't include the 4 of the 5 issues. They include the 4 Turtles, but did not include the April's issue, and that's really annoyed me for over the years. Just because, if you don't know, these issues are really hard to find and really, I want to say rare and a little bit expensive. And to see that I got 4 out of the 5 is just so annoying. And, But to make things even worse, in the last 2 issues, they didn't include the April issue. They decided to take a different route and decided to take a Tales of TMNT issue and colour that one instead of doing the April issue. Ah, God. I've been holding this frustration in for years. Just let me rant about it. And then, you know, to make things even worse, they did also include a little promotional bit saying basically, oh, you can buy this trade paperback book. And it includes the movie adaptation, it includes the 5 prequel comics, and I didn't get it as a kid. But to see that they're promoting it, that I could have got the April issue. God, I've been holding this in for... been holding this for like nearly 10 years. Please let me rant about this, and it's just so annoying. But yeah, that's what I really got to say about it. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below what you think about all this. Do you like the fact that they made more comics on Fast Forward, and also they covered the 2007 movie? Are you annoyed that you didn't know about these comics and stuff like that? I'm pretty interested, just because I know that a lot of people don't really know about these comics, so I'm really interested to see what people have to say about it, just because, again, like, not many people know about it, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing or what, but yeah, it's just so amazing that these came out, and I mean, I'm so grateful that these came out from my childhood, just because these were the comics which I grew up on, and I won't lie, these were actually the first comics I've ever read, and to read them again just brings back so many happy memories, and oh god, it was a simpler time. Yeah, that's it for today, guys. If there's some, please share, like, subscribe, and all stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.